Ooh, fizzy. That's good. What's going on, everybody? So ever since my family and I started the keto diet, bacon has become a huge part of our lives. We have it for breakfast on the weekends. We have it as a garnish or a topping for a lot of the meals that we have. It's just a good food to kind of always have around because you never know when you're gonna need some bacon. But because we go through just so much of it, I've been looking for ways to cook like large quantities of bacon without having to bust out the skillet and make a mess. So I've got here 2 packages of bacon, one kind of like thick cut bacon and one kind of more standard, I'd say like diner style bacon. And I'm gonna be going over a method that, that I've been toying with recently that produces some of the best bacon I've ever had with some of the least amount of work involved. At the same time, I was actually walking through Sam's Club the other day and they had a contraption there that actually might help me to step up my baking game just a little bit more. So what I'm gonna be doing today is showing you the way that I like to make bacon and then testing this new contraption to see if it can improve my baking game and if it's something that you should think about getting. All right, so give me just a second. I'm gonna grab my secret weapon and we'll get this bacon test started. All right guys, so this is it. It's nothing fancy. This is just kind of a rack that you can put on a standard size cookie sheet. So you just kind of like put it on top of there and you lay the bacon flat on the rack. Because it's elevated, the bacon doesn't end up sopping in its own grease and getting like really soggy. So you can do pretty much like a whole package of bacon with just one rack. Now this is what I found at Sam's Club the other day that just might change the game for me. Basically the same stuff, it's in copper, which I'm not sure does anything except looks a little bit better. This rack is angled. My thought is that if you lay the bacon here on the sides, because of the angle of these grates here, it should allow even more air to come along the bottom side of the bacon and maybe get a more even, crispier experience. So I'm gonna be testing this out. All right, first things first. We're gonna set the oven to a balmy 400 degrees. And let's go ahead and get to work arranging some bacon on there. All right guys, so I'm done prepping the bacon. Take a look at this. It's like a work of art. So what I've done is I've put the thicker cut slices of bacon on the outside of both of these trays, but the thinner cut is going to be here in the middle. And that's just because from experience I know that the bacon on the outer edges tends to cook faster than the ones kind of toward the middle. So we'll see if that helps to even things out and make things cook at closer to the same timing. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the bacon in there. It's probably gonna be done around like 20-25 minutes, but I'm gonna probably be checking around, you know, the 10 or 15 minute mark and then every couple of minutes after that. Just to make sure that I don't burn anything. One. Try number 2. All right, guys, I'll see you in a bit. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
All right, now it's time for the hardest part, waiting. Ellie, are you excited for bacon? Where are you going to put your bacon?
It smells so good.
Hey, can you say bacon?
Bacon!
All right, so it's been about 25 minutes. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the bacon and see where we're at. All right, so this is our first check-in. Looks like the bacon is a little well done on the edges. Here in the middle, it's still got a ways to go. I'm gonna go ahead and take these corner slices of bacon off the tray, and then let's see if we can get it so that we can cook the ones in the middle. All right, so here's just the flat tray of bacon. It looks like the centerpieces of all the bacon are much more uniform in color. Edges on this one seem to be a lot more burnt. I'm not sure if that's just because this was on the top rack. Also, I flipped them over to the underside, and it looks like the bottom side's almost not cooked at all. So I think what I'll have to do here is flip these over and see if I can get it to cook a little bit more evenly on both sides. All right, time to taste test some of the edgy bacon that we had. Got a little crispy on the edges. It's pretty good. It's still pretty chewy, but it's kind of crunchy from the rendered bacon fat around the edges. I'd say this is pretty close to ideal. Let's see if we can get somebody else's opinion though. Hey Ellie, you want to try some bacon? Bite. What do you think?
It's good.
It's good? Awesome. Hey bud, you want to taste test some bacon?
Sure.
What do you think?
Best bacon ever.
All right, so here's the second batch of bacon from the flat tray. You can see that we're still getting a lot of darkening, especially around the edges for the thick cut bacon. And then these ones here in the middle are the regular cut. And you can see those are the ones that are cooking the most evenly. They look pretty much done. I might let them go for another couple minutes. But yeah, lots of uneven cooking here. All right, so here's my final check-in with the angled rack. And you can see that they look super crispy. They're very evenly cooked from top to bottom. The ones that seem to cook the best are the thin cut pieces, just like on the other tray. But I would say that this one did a good job of cooking them evenly. All right, here's the final check-in for the flat tray. Similar cook here, a little bit more color, but a huge difference there on the edges. And on the thick cuts of bacon over there on the edges, the ends of them just got burnt to a crisp. But these thin cuts of bacon, but they were in the center of the tray, and they were a little bit thinner, and the ends didn't burn as much. But overall, it still looks pretty tasty. Let's give them a sec to dry, and we'll put them to the test. All right, it's taste test time. Now it's time for me to employ the help of my impartial jury of taste testers. All right, Lucas. All right, here we go. This is bacon A, all right, and this is bacon B. Tell me what you think of bacon A.
It's less crispy on the outside, and it's kind of a little bit hard on the inside. Now, the only problem is that I sometimes have a little hard time chewing the outside plus the inside.
Less crispy than what? It's the first one you've tried.
Well...
Did you try bacon B? Mm-hmm. Okay. How does it compare to bacon A?
It's less crispy on the outside and a little more softer than the inside and instead of bacon A.
Okay. Which one do you like better? Which one is that?
Bacon B.
You like bacon B better. Okay. All right, maybe you'll be better with the words.
No, we'll see.
Okay. All right, here. This one, that's bacon A.
Okay.
What's your assessment?
It's pretty crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty consistently crunchy throughout.
Consistently crunchy throughout. Okay, bacon B.
Okay, hold on. Bacon B?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like this one's also pretty consistently crunchy throughout. But a little bit crunchier, maybe.
A little bit crunchier? Mm-hmm. Do you have a preference between the two?
I mean, they're pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
I like my bacon crunchy on the outside, but slightly chewy on the inside.
All right, so it looks like the verdict is in. Everybody pretty much preferred bacon in the old, non-special, flat bacon tray. One result that I was pretty surprised with was that people tended to like the thick cut bacon over the thin cut bacon, even though the thick cut bacon looked a little bit more burnt on the outside. So, go figure. All right, completely non-scientific study on bacon.